Welcome to our programming channel. Today we are going to see alias in SQL. Requirement of alias. Why we use aliases. Aliases are used in SQL query or in SQL statement. Sometimes there are large number of columns or long column names in SQL query. At that time, SQL query becomes complex and long and also takes time to write the query. So, complex and long table names and column names makes SQL query complex and long and also takes more time. So, with the use of alias, the SQL query becomes simple and short and also takes less time. What is alias? When we rename column name or table name in SQL query to make queries simple, short, then renaming column name or table name and giving new name that another name which is temporary is called alias or alias name. We can rename a table or a column temporarily by giving another name known as alias. Alias effect on database. Because of column aliases, we can see column headings simple and short in result or output. With table aliases, query becomes simple and short. This change does not affect in real table and real column name and table name does not change when we execute the query. This change is limited only for that query or result of that query. In this way, using aliases is temporary change and is limited for writing and execution of that query. Aliases are limited only for that query and does not make any change in real database. Because of alias, table name does not change in the original database. An alias only exists for the duration of that query. So the renaming is just a temporary change. Types of aliases. Aliases are used in SQL query and we can change column name or table name. So two types of aliases are used in SQL statement. First, column aliases. Second, table aliases. Column aliases. Column aliases are used to make column headings in your results set easier to read. With column aliases, we can change long column names in SQL query and make them simple, short and readable. When we execute the query, we can see change in column headings in output. But in a real table, actual column names are not changed. Generally, we can use column aliases when we are using single table. Table aliases. Table aliases does not actually rename the table. These aliases just gives the table another name during the execution of a query. Complex and long table names becomes simple and short in SQL query. Sometimes table names are long or complex, so query becomes long. So while writing SQL query to make long query short, we can use table aliases. And because of table aliases, in real table name does not change. Generally, these aliases are used when we are using two tables or more tables or joining two or more tables. Column alias syntax. Select column name as alias name from table name. Table alias syntax. Select column name 1, comma column name 2 from table name as alias name. While creating alias as keyword is used. Aliases are useful with joins and aggregates, sum, count, etc. This is first table animal character. In table animal character, columns are character ID, animal character name. 1. Kong. 2. Dinosaur. 3. Godzilla. Second table is table movie. In table movie, columns are movie ID, movie name, year of release, character ID, and these are the records. First, we will see how to use column aliases. Select movie name, year of release from movie. Here we can see column headings, movie name and year of release. These column headings are long and difficult to see and read. After movie name, as keyword, and here movie, and after year of release, as keyword, year. Now, so now here we get this result. So here we get this result, and we can see here column headings are simple, short and readable. Here we can see both the results are same, but here we can see long column headings or long column name, and here simple, short and readable column heading or column name. And effect of these aliases is temporary and only for this query, and in actual table there is no any change in column names. And when we are using single table in query, generally at that time column aliases are used. Now we are going to see table aliases. When we are using more than one table, then table aliases are used. column character ID is common in both the tables. So here, and here we are taking movie name, year of release, animal character name, and here these two columns are from movie table and this column is from animal character table. So now we get this result. Here we have used inner join, but here we can see query is long and becomes complex or complicated and taking time also, and it becomes long so it feels very confusing. So in this case we can use table aliases. From movie, here as keyword M, and here as keyword A, and here also M, M, and here A. In condition also, in condition also M dot character ID is equal to A dot character ID. If we execute this query, we get same result. So both the queries are giving same result. Query without table aliases is long, complicated or confusing, and here query with table aliases is short, simple and taking less time. And also here we can use column aliases. Here as keyword, as movie, as keyword year, as keyword animal. Query with table aliases and query with table and column aliases. Because of column aliases, result of this query becomes more simple and readable. And also we can remove here character A. If we remove as keyword of table aliases, and if we see the result, we get same result. So as keyword is optional, but it is best practice to use as keyword. Here we can also use order by clause, order by animal, and we get this result. Here we have used column aliases and table aliases in join, and we can use aliases in aggregates or aggregate functions also. So here this is aggregate function count. Select character ID count star from movie group by character ID, and if we execute here we get this result. Here we are using alias total number or total no. Now we can see column name or column heading, no column name, and after and now we get this result. Character ID 1, total number 2. In this way we can use column alias in aggregate function. That's all for alias in SQL. In our channel, there are regular uploads of programming related videos. So for latest updates, please subscribe the channel and like and share videos. Thanks for watching.